What drives AMR in hospitals?
In our last video, we explored what antimicrobial resistance actually is, how microbes evolve, how drugs stop working, and why it's becoming one of the biggest health challenges of our time. Now, let's go one step deeper. If AMR is the threat, then we need to understand where it thrives. And one of the most important places to look is in our hospitals. Hospitals are places of healing, but they also create the perfect environment for antimicrobial resistance to emerge and spread. To understand why, we need to look at what really happens inside hospital walls. 1. Intense and frequent antibiotic use. Hospitals use more antibiotics than any other setting, and often the strongest, most critical ones. Every dose creates selective pressure. The sensitive bacteria die, the tougher survivors survive. Bacteria evolve faster here because they are constantly exposed to different antibiotics, sometimes at the wrong dose, sometimes before lab results confirm the cause of infection. This pressure accelerates resistance beyond what we see in communities. 2. Gaps in infection prevention and control, IPC. Now imagine these resistant bacteria sitting on a bed rail, inside a drip stand, on a stethoscope, or on a nurse's hands. If hand hygiene is inconsistent, surfaces aren't cleaned thoroughly or frequently, equipment isn't disinfected properly, or wards are crowded, bacteria move rapidly from patient to patient. A single contamination event, like a poorly cleaned bed, can start a chain of transmission affecting an entire ward. Hospitals treat the sickest people, meaning many patients already have weakened immunity, giving resistant bacteria an even easier path. 3. Contaminated hospital surfaces and equipment. Bacteria like MRSA, Pseudomonas, Klebsiella, and Acinetobacter can survive for months on hospital surfaces. These organisms are not just persistent, they are hardy, highly adaptable, and excellent at passing resistance genes to other bacteria. Some outbreaks have been traced to a single contaminated sink or bed corner. 4. Hospital wastewater as a major reservoir. Everything flushed down hospital drains, antibiotics, disinfectants, IV fluids, patient waste, flows into wastewater. That wastewater becomes a concentrated soup of resistant bacteria, resistance genes, antibiotic residues, chemical disinfectants, which, if not treated with advanced systems, these materials spread AMR into the environment and circle back to people through water, soil, food, and air. Hospitals are not isolated. They leak into the ecosystem. 5. Movement of people inside hospitals. Healthcare workers move between wards, ICUs, emergency rooms, and surgery theaters, often carrying microbes on their hands, clothing, or equipment. Visitors come and go. Patients are transferred between departments. Each movement is a potential opportunity for resistant bacteria to hitch a ride. Reducing AMR in hospitals requires coordinated work across clinical, administrative, and environmental teams, which includes 1. Strengthening hospital surveillance and data systems. Hospitals need robust systems to track resistant infections, monitor antibiotic use in each ward, identify outbreak patterns early, and report data to national surveillance platforms. This allows clinicians to adjust treatment protocols based on real-time resistance trends. 2. Implementing strong infection prevention and control, IPC. To prevent resistant bacteria from moving between patients, IPC must include rigorous hand hygiene, frequent cleaning of high-touch surfaces, proper sterilization of equipment, isolation of patients with multi-drug resistant infections, adequate staffing to reduce overcrowding. IPC breaks the chain of transmission inside hospitals. 3. Strengthening antimicrobial stewardship programs, ASP. Hospitals should have teams that approve the use of high-importance antibiotics, ensure proper dosing and duration, encourage laboratory-based treatment decisions, train healthcare workers on responsible antibiotic use. Stewardship ensures antibiotics are used only when truly needed. 4. Building laboratory and diagnostic capacity. Hospitals need microbiology labs capable of culture and sensitivity testing, rapid diagnostics where possible, trained lab personnel, clear communication between labs and clinicians. Better diagnostics reduce unnecessary broad-spectrum antibiotic use. 5. Strengthening waste management and environmental controls. Hospital waste, especially wastewater, often contains antibiotic residues, resistant bacteria, disinfectants, contaminated fluids. Hospitals must treat wastewater before release, safely dispose of medical waste, prevent contamination of surrounding communities, monitor effluent regularly for resistance markers, Strong environmental controls prevent hospitals from becoming AMR spread hubs. AMR in hospitals isn't caused by one mistake. It's the perfect storm of heavy antibiotic use, gaps in hygiene, environmental contamination, and constant human movement. This is why strict IPC, antibiotic stewardship, and proper waste management are critical. Hospitals may be hotspots for antimicrobial resistance, but the story doesn't end within those walls. What happens inside healthcare facilities often spills out into everyday life, into homes, schools, farms, and the wider community. To fully understand the AMR crisis, we need to look beyond hospitals and examine the behaviors, environments, and systems that allow resistant microbes to spread in communities. In the next video, we'll break down the major drivers of AMR in our communities and why ignoring what happens in our communities could undermine everything we do inside hospitals.